and then you accept them. So you see people come to tell you stories, making you offers that are not real, making you offers that are too good to be true. Please, you need to make more inquiry, deep a little bit more. And then you are on the road in your environment and you find strange people coming around to tell you stories. Be watchful, be mindful. Those are traffickers. And recently we realized that traffickers are not just people that are coming from outside to tell strangers. They are members of our household that come to tell us stories, that want to take us away and put us into some form of slavery. We know that human trafficking is modern day slavery, so we have to watch out for our siblings who will come home to say, I want you to follow me to so and so place, I want to give you a job when you're in school, or when you don't have prerequisite qualifications to give that kind of a job, and they make you such promises. Watch out. Those ones are not too real. Those are how we can identify human traffickers in our midst.
Okay, now in a situation where you have friends or even close family members, like not long ago I read a story in one of the national dailies how a young woman after graduation was tricked into believing that as far as she gets to Libya, she will be able to make ends meet at all costs. And there, on arrival, she realized that actually her friend, her classmate in the university, was the letter she actually arranged and then moved her to Libya for sexual exploitation. How do you react to this kind of situation where people come in and tell very sweet stories where the situation ahead is not actually true?
That's actually a African situation. When such stories are heard, please call NAPTIP. Report to law enforcement organizations in Nigeria around your state or in your locality. Hint someone, let someone know that someone is about to take you out on a rough ride, because it's going to be a very rough ride. They give you those promises, like I said. When you get over there, they seize your travel documents, they put you in confinement and subject you to all sorts of inhuman treatments, just because they want to exploit you and make a living out of you. So please try to call NAPTIP always and always to report cases of human trafficking. We are there to always attend to your queries.
Okay, try to call NAPTIP. Maybe at the end of the program you'll give us a hotline whereby we can reach you, or even a WhatsApp line whereby some messages can be sent. Okay, now let's look at the roles of the family in ensuring that at least human trafficking is reduced to the PRS minimum. The role of the family, maybe the church, and of course the traditional institutions.
Okay, the church, the family, and the traditional institutions are actually key players in the fight against human trafficking. I want to start with the family. Mothers and fathers, siblings have a role to play in ensuring that human trafficking does not continue, or at ensuring that it is curbed. How is that done? Mothers, fathers, uncles and aunties at home, do not listen to your friends, your family members, your close pals who will come to tell you stories about taking your own child, your sibling, or somebody around you out there for a greener pasture, for a better job. These things don't actually end the way they are. We are not saying that children should not travel out, but before you embark on any journey or any travel, you have to ensure that the person that is taking you, you know what the person is doing, and you know the person is legit and not fake. It's an authentic offer. Make confirmations before you move. Do not just blindly move because you think you are in hardship or your situation is odd. And that's for the family. Ensure that your children are trained and told about human trafficking, and you yourself get yourself educated. Do not accept any offer. When we are content with what we have, the spirit of contentment helps us to stop traffickers from actually exploiting us. But when you're not contented, you feel you want to make better living, you feel you want to live bigger than your status, or you fall prey to these people because they are all there and ready to exploit you. So please, family members, do not allow anybody. Daddy, let your friend come and tell you any enticing story and you believe him. Mommy, take advantage of the little thing you can do around to help yourself, to help the children. children are not supposed to be breadwinners. You're supposed to win the bread for them while they stay at home, and then you nurture them properly, and then they grow, they progress from stage to stage. Life is a journey, that is divided into stages. So do not allow the child jump from a young adolescent or a minor to become a breadwinner. That's way too high for the child. You expose yourself to traffickers. And then for the community, we are all supposed to be watchdogs. Watch out for your brother. Be your brother's keeper. You see people coming around. They are always on the prowl. They're always coming around, talking to people at corners, recruiting. You see somebody taking away one person, tomorrow you call or take the second person, or get an apartment in a particular location, and then takes children. They begins to gather children. Understand that is a trafficking situation. Those children he or she is gathering will be moved one night when you will not know, and be taken out and be used outside. They will be exploited. And then to the society, the entire society, let us encourage our young ones by keeping them busy. Acquire skills. If you cannot go into robust education, the government, for instance, in Akwa Ibom State has the Dakada Training Skill Acquisition Center. Send your child there. The government should make sure those things are easily accessed. You can access education, have access to skill acquisition, have access to developmental skills, things that can keep the child or the mind busy. Our young ones will not actually want to be moved away into trafficking, which is actually slavery. So the society has a lot to do, the community has a lot to do, and then the family too.
Okay, thank you very much. In fact, what you're telling us will never be exhaustive, and we know that maybe someday you'll have to come here again, because we truly appreciate the partnership that is existing between NTA and your organization. At least we're here to give the window that you're supposed to enlighten our own people, you're supposed to talk to our own people, and then tell them the truth, the real scenario behind what people who have been moved in that order are facing. Except some people can come up to actually tell their own stories. You may not know. Everything might look good, and before long, you may just fall prey. Now, let's have your parting shots here. You've advised the parents a lot of things, including having the number of children that they can actually cater for, and you've talked about the role a church should perform, and then the traditional institution. Now let's look at a situation where you actually engaged in this job, and then the challenges or the obstacles you actually find yourself in, because as a matter of fact, for a job of this nature, definitely you will have enemies, a lot of enemies, more than even those who appreciate what you're doing.
Okay, I want to, for a parting shot, please, Nigerians, human trafficking is real, and the country is actually highly endemic, because the world around needs our young men and women who are the strong workforce to work for them for exploitative reasoning. So please watch out for your neighbors, watch out for your neighbors' activities, look out for what somebody around you is doing, and ensure that the person is not doing something inimical to the growth of the community, and the person is not going to affect you. For parents, please have the number of children you can cater for, and then for the churches, please do not be a cover for traffickers. And then to the society at large, ensure that the cost of living is made affordable, and then you don't fall prey to being a greedy person for wanting to get more than you can afford. It is a fight for everybody. Let us all bring our hands together, our heads together, and factor out a way of stopping human trafficking in Nigeria.
Thank you so very much. That will be it this morning. In the course of the month, we'll find time to discuss again on this particular issue. It's an ongoing process. It has never been easy for them, and at that point we'll also look at the assistance that you're having from government or maybe some agencies that actually need to support a genuine cause like yours at the moment. Okay, thank you so very much for finding time to be here. I've been discussing with Eme Okpabio. She's in the Uyo Zonal Command of National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, and we know that someday you'll find time to be here again. Thank you so very much once again. My name is Okunde Mbaba. See you next time.